Well, we got another inch or so of rain last night. After I loaded the log truck, it had gotten pretty muddy, so I just called it a day. But all those logs are gone now. I've got one left, one crooked log left over there. Fire seems I think the rain had actually got the fire back started some. I'm gonna run down there and throw that log on it. Maybe it'll burn up, stir it around a little bit. Maybe it won't smoke too bad. If it does, I'm just gonna cover it up and go back and start clearing some more of the path to the back of the farm now. It's been over a week since I started this fire, and look at that big old log just glowing red down there. So I'm gonna pick it up and pick up some of the smaller branches, lay them in there, and then lay that on top of it, and that ought to get it back burning. Steamy. So I kind of went through that pile and pulled out all the stumps and logs that weren't burning or hadn't finished burning up, and there was a hole left, so I took everything and just piled it up down there, and I see a few flames. It'll once it gets some air on it, it'll start back up and burn down pretty good. But that is all that's left of the burn pile. I'm just gonna let it spread out and it'll cool off some, and then when we do the pond next week, I can just rake this out and then put all that dirt over top of it. So I'm back down here clearing away. I'm about to that big, I guess the drainage that I showed you yesterday. I've already cleared for a little while this morning. I was expecting it to be really soft down here, so I'm actually kind of glad that it's not complete mud. It's not dusty by no means, but I'm not mired up to the top of the tracks either, so. This is kind of where I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to cross this creek as far as like a road, because during the winter months it's going to be completely impassable as far as being wet. Try not to break all the tops out of the other trees. I got a clear little path here, so to be able to pile some brush up, I'm running out of room. I've got a humongous pile back here that I don't even think I can dig out with a skid steer now. That's the only problem about doing like these easements like this and roads. You're only trying to do it, you know, so wide to keep from tearing up everything. And there's a lot of trees. There's no place to put them. So like you find a spot like that right there and you just start breaking everything up and piling it there. Sometimes you just gotta clear an area to actually put the brush at. Time-consuming part. You got to sit here and break it all up into grapple-sized pieces. Once I get to the other side and back up the hill to where I'm going to clear the field at, then I can start worrying about bringing all this stuff over there. But until I get there, it does no good to start tracking it down here because I got no place to put it. Tell the ground's still hard enough where the trees don't like to come out. Pine tree, there's just really no way around it without having to take down 5 other big trees, and that's kind of like the best path right through there. So I'm gonna knock it down, and I got a couple 12-inch ones there to take down as well to make it wide enough. It's getting kind of muddy down here. Not exactly sure what our best route's going to be to build a decent path through here. Probably scrape this out, put some dirt in here to raise it up. I've got to push it all the way up through there because I've got nowhere to put it right now. I'm going to try to make a path through there. It's a bunch of small stuff once I get past that tree with the ribbon on it. I can just kind of mow all that down and then come back and open this up. So I need to take down those 2 trees there too. Break that off. Now I can lay the tree over. Not that one, this one. Just keep, I was going to try to keep pushing it up in there, but I don't know if it's supposed to go or not. Might have to pull it back and try it again. There we go. All else fails, you stick out out all the way, that kind of locks the boom out, and then you can push. And it'll, as you can see, I'm just mowing over everything that's in the way down there now. There we go. Now I got a path. A little muddy. This is going to be my next problem, is this ground's not going to support the skid steer to bring the brush back here, so I might have to drop it right there and then track it from here back to the excavator. I don't know. Walking it up through here. Tied in between all these trees. Once I get right through there though, it's all small stuff and I can mow it down. semi-organized mess though. I need to kind of figure out where I'm at. I've lost all my ribbons. I don't know if I need to go that way. I think I need to go that way a little bit more. So let me clear. Well, I made it through the wet area, and I'm pretty much up here to where the field in the woods is going to start. I've got a property line, well, we think it's the property line marker. That was my flag to clearing yesterday. And I gave the owner a roll of ribbon yesterday before I left to flag the area he would like cleared up here. So we're thinking the property line is right here, goes up through there and back through there. So I'm gonna come up right here. I've stayed pretty far away from it down there, but had to avoid a bunch of big trees, and that put me off track a little bit and got me over here, which is fine. It'll come in right here at the corner. So I guess I need to walk around and see exactly what he's flagged, because all I see is that one tree. And one tree over here. All right, well, let me, oh, I see flags over here now. All right, let me wander around and see exactly what he's got going on here. So I'm up here where the field is starting, and I have just like really plowed through here to get it opened up. That was the property line stake I was telling you about. So I've come up through here, and then I've hugged the property line, and then I'm coming into where this field's going to start, and I'm pretty much going to take down everything all the way up through here. Now he's got like 2 acres flagged. I don't know if we're going to quite clear that much, but it's all this little small scrubby mess, you know, 2-3 inch diameter stuff with, you know, it's only 20-30 feet tall. But then you got some really nice bigger white oaks in here. It's hard to tell, but there's some really great big ones in there. Might have to lose 1 or 2 of them in here, because I got to be able to pile all this mess up and burn it without cremating everything. But back up in there, there's some gorgeous white oak trees. So clear all this out and leave those. It's going to be a very pretty field back here in the back, away from everything. So Tim stopped by, and I might have put him to work. So he had a little bit of time to help. So he jumped on the dozer. He's grading the path off coming down here, and kind of building a road back here so we can get on the skid steer and start grabbing all this brush and bringing it back here. So, as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff that's got to come down that path. So I got a few more trees to take down right there. I don't think you can get past that area right there with the skid steer from any grapple. It's gonna be wet. We shall see. So I'm gonna bring it down here as far as he can, and I'll grab it, track it the rest of the way. Kind of get everything cleaned up and organized a little better. This is the start of where the field's gonna go. And it'll open up in that direction, so I'm just taking and making a pile right here. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to burn at, but I know that it will be at least in that direction. So after driving through here, this part of the path is the area I knew was going to be a concern, and it is. I'm not going to be able to drive this skid steer through there maybe 1 or 2 passes without getting stuck. So I took those trees that I had laid out, and I put all the logs in here, and now I'm covering them with brush, and I'm going to rake dirt over it. mess to have to clean back up. It's going to be mashed all into the dirt. But it'll be a whole lot easier to clean up 3 grapple pools than walk 50 or 500 of them. Track it in. Mash everything flat. Behind me and rake some dirt over it, and that'll kind of fill in all the voids. Get it where it doesn't completely beat him to death. I should probably tell him my plan. Be pretty, and it's not going to be the smoothest ride in the world, but hopefully you can be able to get across this end. So I'm just skimming a few inches off of the path right here and throwing it down here, just enough to cover that. Because if you don't, it makes a very bumpy ride. That, and it tears up my skid steer. And I really don't want to do damage to my machine. Leave that in there and just pretend it was always there. Make a nice little creek crossing. No, I think I really need to put in a pipe right there. But I can't really, if I put in a pipe right now, it'd probably get crushed. All the heavy stuff that's got to go across it. Do that at the end. What I could do is dig a hole up there and get dirt. Push it down here or take it with the skid steer on. That ground's solid and I'm not digging off the solid layer, creating a problem. All the wood acts like mats, and then the dirt just covers it up to make a smoother surface over it. Old school way of doing things. You'd be surprised what you can float over with a layer of logs and brush. direction. Kind of, I don't know, make a circle through there so I can exactly see the area I'm working in. There's a few nice big trees in there I want to try to save, so I need to kind of beeline through the center of it and kind of figure out exactly where I need to do my burn pile at. We might have to lose a tree or two here just to be able to burn efficiently. Tim's been bringing my mess down here, one grapple hole at a time with the skid steer. Stack it up into a nice pile. He can't reach that tall. Pile it up. What I'm thinking about, he's got that flagged as the line, but I think I want to clear back a little farther and do me a burn pit. Right here on this ridge should be some nice, good dry clay, and then push it down there and build a road out of it. I really need a lot of dirt down there, and it would be nice just to use the dirt from the burn pit. I'll have to run that idea by the customer to see if that works for him, but it seems like the most logical way to kill two birds with one stone. I gotta dig a burn pit, burn all this mess in, and I gotta get rid of the dirt instead of spreading it out and losing what little bit of topsoil he does have right here. I can just use the dirt down there. Everything's still going good. I was able to clear down the front there, and that's the property line side. Right up there, that great big oak tree goes up there, so I've got to finish clearing kind of that section right there. But luckily it's all the small stuff, and it rips out really nicely and easily, so makes pretty good progress. There's going to be a lot of stuff to burn. best furnace fire. When you cut all the wood out of it, which there's really nothing to cut out of this, when you end up with little branches and big stumps, that's some of the harder stuff to burn. Mine is just having nothing but big stumps. Start putting all these 4 to 6 inch trees in there too. Gives it a lot of stuff to burn. It burns better. check everything out I've cleared back here. I've made really good progress today. I was kind of actually shocked I've got so much cleared. But this stuff just rips right out of the ground very easily. So I've cleared. I'm gonna walk up here so you can see. So that is, where is it on the camera? That pink ribbon is as far as he wants to clear back that way. I don't think I'm quite going to go that far. I want to leave a nice buffer. There's a farm back there. I'm actually right down the line right there where that great big oak tree is. So I've gotten pretty much all of this area right here cleared out. That he's got flagged. I got to go back this way another probably 40 feet into the woods, and it's kind of at a weird angle, so I'm probably going to take that corner off right up there just to kind of square it up, and that'll give me a good spot to burn far enough away from all these oak trees I'm trying to save, so I don't kill all the trees pretty much. So I'll probably take another, just kind of square that corner up right there, and that'll really open it up, and we're going to call it a day. I'm sure Tim's probably tired of skid steering by now. Let's see if I can fly the drone over. I don't know if it'll fly back here this far away or not, so we'll see.